2K trading in the building. Let's get into these stocks. Let's talk about these options plays. And let's get into this. But before we get into this important update, it's an important update. Trust and believe that it's an important update. Please drop a like. Please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell. Let's grow this community in the right way. And I appreciate it. I really do. All right, so let's get into this. All right. So I gave my community options play exclusively on a short, on a YouTube short. All right. I got TikTok and I got Instagram. Check me out. I'm 2K trading on all platforms. All right. So check me out. You'll be able to see certain things as far as the 2K trading. You look me up, you'll be able to find me on TikTok and Instagram. But definitely subscribe to my YouTube and hit that notification bell and drop a like. I really appreciate it. All right. So I gave an options play the other day on the YouTube short for NVIDIA. The $185 call that expires 11/21/2025. All right. So let me explain to my audience and to who's going to become my audience what occurred in the trade. This is not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. Do your due diligence. All right. This is what occurred. I got into the trade on Wednesday. Why did I get into the trade? I'm going to explain. One reason why I got into the trade is because AMD came out with some news that made AMD go to price levels that was never seen before. But NVIDIA was trailing, meaning that NVIDIA didn't have the same pop. So I felt that was strange because NVIDIA is the big brother of AMD. Nobody in the world got better chips than NVIDIA. It's all over the news. It's also a good long-term stock. All right, so I felt that was kind of strange that NVIDIA was trailing and NVIDIA was somewhat bearish. But towards the end of the session that day, the price action supported that there was buyers of NVIDIA. I took the options play. I was up at the end of the session. I wasn't up by that much, but I was up. I was in the green. All right. So that was the first reason. The first reason was because AMD was up immensely, a lot. And I felt that NVIDIA was a little bit too far behind as far as price and also price action. Right? All right, so that's the first thing, right? All right, the second thing that made me confident in the trade was this. Cisco reported earnings in the after hours that same day that I brought the contract. And their earnings was strong. And they mentioned NVIDIA in the earnings call. So I said to myself, I'm good. Tomorrow I'm going to make money. But that's not what happened. And that same day, when I shot that YouTube short, I said my price target on the video would be $200 by next week. All right. Just to give you the history behind this. All right. So now that was my second reason of being confident in the trade because Cisco did their thing in the earnings. And Cisco's in tech, and Cisco deals with chips also, right? All right, so then, now, the next day, guess what happens? NVIDIA goes down. The whole market went down. Some news about, the Fed interest rate might not be cut because of government data is not available, stuff like that, whatever. Market goes down. I seen the video going down while my contract is going down too. I said, wow. I was down a good amount. So I said, but I still felt confident in the trade. So I said, you know what? Because there were certain price levels that I was monitoring on the charts, on the technical charts with NVIDIA. And I said, you know what? I'm going to buy another contract. So I averaged down. A lot of people say don't average down when stuff ain't going your way. But I averaged down. So, cool. So I averaged down. I added another contract. So then, NVIDIA towards the end of the session popped back up a little bit, but not too much, right? So I'm like, wow, I'm down a good amount. Now, the next day, which is today, Friday, the overnight hours going into the pre-market, NVIDIA is selling off till it got down to $180 per share. I said, what? I was down a lot. Options is dangerous. Be careful with options. I would suggest a beginner trade shares. Shares is somewhat more simpler for the beginner. Options is something that could take your shirt off just like that. You walking around, chest out and everything. All right, so I'm like, what? But this is the thing. The other third thing that kept me in the trade is that NVIDIA reports earnings next week on the 19th, after hours. Be on the lookout for that one. So that was another thing also. So I did my research. Listen, it's good to use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a great thing to use to give you a more perspective of what you get yourself into. More information. So I learned a couple of things from the ChatGPT. I was like, all right, you know what? I'm still confident. So when it went down to in the AM, I said the market ain't even open yet, but it's down severely. NASDAQ is down severely on a lot of different time frames on the technical charts. Oversold. NVIDIA is oversold. The biggest market cap in the NASDAQ is oversold. I said, so why would I sell? So I put in my mind already, I'm going to buy another contract again when the market opens, which I did do that. All right. So we knocked out, and that's another reason why. Because of it being so oversold. That's another reason why I stay confident in the trade. So I gave you guys 4 reasons why I stay confident in the trade. And like I said, I was supposed to shoot this video earlier in the pre-market, but I didn't get a chance to. A lot of interruptions. All right, so now the market, I get the contract when the market opens, the other contract. So now I got 3 contracts. And then all of a sudden, in the pre-market, headed into the open, I started to see buyers buying NVIDIA. A little something. But nothing to really feel like, oh, everything's going to work out. But this is what occurred. They brought the dip, and NVIDIA starts to skyrocket. So guess what? I just feel good that I stayed in the position. So now, currently, right now, as we speak, what time is it? It's 11:37. a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm up in the position right now. But this is the thing. I'm not holding it over the weekend because the Theta might, charge me over the weekend while the market is not in session, which I'm gonna stay away from. But I might keep one contract. All right. So this is my breakdown of NVDA, the $185 call that expires November 21st, 2025. Like I said, I'm going to keep one contract to see if they supersede their earnings and the stock goes further up. And that's it. So this is the breakdown that I wanted to give to my audience, and that's it. So yeah, once again, the power of positive manifestation, 10,000 steps a day, healthy, wealthy, thanking God, right? All right. $300,000 in your brokerage account, $300,000 in my brokerage account. Let's do this. And please like and subscribe to my content. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be dropping some shorts, some YouTube shorts. And also, I do have a platform on TikTok, and I also have a platform on Instagram. Please follow, like, and subscribe on all of them. I will kindly appreciate it. All right, so I'm staying with NVIDIA until the end of the day. That's another thing I wanted to express for beginner traders is sometimes if the price action is going in your favor, you might as well try to hold to the end of the day. Dependent. It's dependent. But for the volume that I seen with NVIDIA today on the recovery, on a major support zone, is that it's being very volatile, right? And whoever was trying to short it, they could have got caught up in it for doing the reversal, and now they're trying to get out and stop losses. So that's why I'm staying with it till the end of the day. And that's it, man. Listen, I know it's a longer video, but I had to break it down because the reason why I had to break it down a little bit more is that whoever watched the video previously, the YouTube short, and probably got into the position under my influence. Not saying that you're supposed to get into the position under my influence, because this is not considered financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your due diligence and get a financial advisor. But I know when people put stuff out onto the internet, into the social medias and stuff like that, some people that don't know no better might feel confident in what that person is saying, and they might go ahead and take the trade blindly, not really knowing what they're getting themselves into. So that's why I really wanted to break down this video. So I hope this video was helpful. I know it was pretty long-winded. I don't usually shoot these type of videos that's this long-winded, but I just wanted to break it down. All right, man, drop a like for me, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I know I said that like 3-4 times already, but hey, it is